When it comes to video and audio and large images and stuff like that, it's not a good idea to put those things into your Git repository. So that means if you're hosting on GitHub, you can't actually put them into your website folder because they will jam up your Git repository and you won't be able to do things like commit and sync. So really, we want to put our audio and video on something called a CDN or another host. The benefit of putting our stuff on a CDN like KeyCDN is that it distributes our video throughout the world. So these large files then are closer to the user when they're downloaded. So the video file gets distributed to other parts of the country. So if you're in Europe, for instance, it'll download from Europe. But if you're in North America, it'll download from North America. So what I want to show you is how to use a CDN essentially. So we're going to look at KeyCDN because it's quick and easy to set up and I like it. So I've already created an account, so I'm going to sign in here. Now, what we want to do is we want to go to zones after we've signed in and we want to create a new zone. I already have a zone set up, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So we click create a new zone. We give our zone a name. We can set it to status and we want to change this to a push zone. Push zones are best for audio and video in this scenario because we want to be able to upload our audio and video to another location. So I've got push here. I'm going to do show advanced features and I'm going to enable a few things on here. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to enable Speedy, which will allow faster downloads. I'm going to enable SSL, changing it to shared, and I'm going to do force SSL, which means our assets will only be available over HTTPS, nothing else, which is fantastic. If we can get everything over HTTPS, that will be great. So I'm going to set those things. I'll click save and I'm ready to go. I'm not going to click save because I already have one set up here. So this is my zone. Now I need to upload the information or the video file into the zone so that I can use it. And the way I can do that is there a link right here, upload instructions, but I'm going to use an FTP client to do it. So I'm using Transmit here to do it, but you could use any other FTP client like CyberDuck is pretty great also. So I created a new bookmark here. I just named it KeyCDN and I'm using FTP with TLS SSL. The server is ftp.keycdn.com. This is my username, this is my password, and then the port is set to 21. So here's all my information. I'm going to press save and connect to it like this. And there we go. Here is the zone that I created. I can go into the zone and upload my video. I've already got it uploaded because it takes a long time for it to propagate across the internet. But what you would do is you'd go to your video like this and you'd just drag it into this window and it will upload your video to KeyCDN or whatever CDN you're using. Also, you'd want to do the same thing for your other videos like my Polystar and my audio. I don't want any of those inside of GitHub. Now, after I've done that, it will propagate across the world and then we can get the URL. And if we go to manage here and go to file browser, it'll show all the files that we've uploaded. And here is our video right here. You can see it's got the name of my zone plus my username and KeyCDN. So I'm going to copy this like this. And all I need to do now is go back here and instead of pointing to my folder, my video folder, I'm going to point to the KeyCDN version of my video. Now notice here that it's pointed to HTTP, but if you remember when we set up our zone, we forced it to HTTPS. So make sure that you change that or it's not going to work. Now that I've changed this to KeyCDN's version, I can go and refresh like this. And now we're actually downloading the video from KeyCDN instead of our local file. And this is fantastic because we do not want large files like video and audio and fonts and huge images in our Git repo because they can bog it down. So make sure to put your videos and stuff onto a CDN like KeyCDN or Cloudflare or Amazon S3 or something like that.